Hello my friends, hello and welcome back to another Sunday stream. Hope you're looking forward to this one because we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Last time we finished Elden Ring, that was 2 weeks ago, and last week unfortunately I had to cancel because I was not feeling too great, which was mostly my own fault, having partied too much the night before. So today we're doing a one-shot, and my girlfriend picked out some games for me to play, and I picked one of those. So today we're going to be playing Yes, Your Grace, and I'm quite interested to see what it's all about. So come on, join me. Let's figure this out, shall we? Just needs a little moment to start up because I haven't booted this up either. There we are. I guess this is our castle. Yes, Your Grace. So this is a game I managed to get with one of the Humble Bundles. I have a subscription to Humble Bundle, and that's how I get some games occasionally. Let's have a short look at the options. So resolution, that looks pretty okay. Just going to turn the music down a little bit because that was a bit much for me. Looks like you guys are not getting the audio yet. There we go. English language, and that's pretty much it on options. All right. Cool, let's do this then. Yes, Your Grace is a game of tough choices. It will be impossible to satisfy the needs of every petitioner. Sometimes your subjects will have spiteful intentions, and sometimes life will get in the way. If you simply have enough resources at the end of each week, that's good enough. Yes, Your Grace. Let's see what this is all about. Click on the petitioner to call them forward. I guess this is one of my knights, and he is called Audrey. And I guess this would be me. There's our crown. Let's talk to Audrey. What does Audrey? It is time, Your Grace. For what? Click on the throne to step down.
Yeah, boy.
You'd better help round. Let's put on the crown.
Oh.
Crown of the King of Davin. So I guess Davin is our... It's getting a bit rusty. Let's wear it. It's got quite some liveliness to the animations, even though it's pretty much a pixel style game. Leave the room by walking to the edge of the screen or by selecting doors. I don't see any doors, so... Your Grace. Okay, so we have a map of the castle. We're gonna go to the castle wall, which is over here, I guess. So this is our entire kingdom. Yes. A deserter. Found one of ours hiding in a shed. Yeah. Why would you do this, Stubbock? There's too many of them. We have no chance of winning. You let him off, the rest may follow. However, our army is sparse, isn't he? We need every set of hands able to hold a sword, Your Grace. Was he really a deserter? I mean, yes, he didn't want to fight, but the main reason he didn't want to fight was because he was afraid, and not because he was trying to join the enemy. So... I think we're going to let him fight for now. That might be best. With courage, we will defeat the enemy, no matter the odds. Let him loose, General. Go and stand for Davin. Thank you, Your Grace.
General.
Over here, Your Grace. Right. Let's talk to the soldiers.
Hey. Hey.
They just want to say Your Grace a lot.
Dabawa.
How bad is it, General?
Oi.
Our men are scared.
Oi.
It's the middle of the night, and yet it's so bright. As if Sparrow himself walked our lands.
Oi.
The thin walls won't last long, and we lack any solid defense measures. I guess we're under siege?
Oi.
We don't have enough men. Once they get in, we have nothing we could throw their way.
Oi.
You hear the chanting? They're getting ready. We better get started.
Badai.
I have gathered archers from all the other walls.
Oi.
They're awaiting you at the wall, Your Grace.
Oh.
There's still time to put up white flags.
What?
It's all in your hands now, Your Grace. Ooh, that's quite the army. Sons of Davon, my brothers, we stood together through the worst of times. We have proved our strength in many battles, and today we will prove it again. My bravest men, I bid you to fight for all you hold dear. For Davon! Yeah! Loose! Yes, Your Grace. So I guess we're starting off with a siege. Oh. We're heading back 1 year.
Oi.
3,
Oi.
2,
Oi.
1.
Oi.
Here I come. Of course I found you. You were in front of the thing. Come on, Lusulia. It's not often we can do this. I told you I don't want to play. You're too old for this. Lord Sulia, that's no way to speak to your pa. Lord Sulia is stick in the mud. Salia, I can see you from miles away, especially now. Ah, she's not playing with us. The sun finally came out. Let me enjoy it. There's a crack in the pavement. Good to know.
Hey.
Got you.
Dabawa.
Shouldn't have insulted your sister from across the gardens. He was there to ruin everything. He's so proud she couldn't even find a place to hide. I wasn't even trying to hide. I don't want to play. Next time you don't want to play, maybe try writing a formal announcement. Wait, you can't write. Of course I can, you nitwit.
Kaba.
Cut it, both of you. Something tells me there's going to be a lot of people in this, so not sure if I have enough voices to voice all of them.
Bye bye.
These roses make this place smell amazing. It's very calming. No wonder our girls like to spend time here. Oops, Sudani.
Ah.
Here's the little one. I was doing so well. You must have cheated. Or beat. I demand another trial of the game.
Oiva.
They should. Maybe next time, Sudani.
Oya.
Give me your grace.
Oya.
I hate to interrupt, but your subjects will soon arrive.
Oi. Bye.
All right. Enough games. The throne awaits. And it does. That it does. So we're in Grevno.
Oh bye.
First week. The petitioners will start queuing in a moment, Your Grace.
Hey. What?
We really need to shorten the visiting hours. So we're getting petitioners. Aurelia, the dungeon guard, and 2 peasants, I guess.
Ubao.
Tell us about the kingdom. What kind of resources do we have? We have to control 4 resources to keep our kingdom running smooth.
Why?
Gold, supplies, army, and contentment.
Abai.
We need to distribute gold and supplies to our petitioners. If they are happy, their contentment will grow. A strong kingdom needs a big army. To gain more soldiers for our army, we will need to make alliances with neighboring lords and kings. We can gain resources through taxes, as well as from the alliances we make with lords. Okay, what about taxes? The villagers in our domain pay taxes. Happy people will pay their taxes gladly, while the resentful will do what they can to get around them, resulting in less income for us. This is why we need to make sure people's contentment is high, in order to keep a good gold flow. Petitioners? Peasants, merchants, knights, foreigners, lords even. They all have problems. They will seek help from their king. You can use our resources or agents to help those in need. Beware though, some might come with malicious intentions, so you should carefully consider who is truly in need, Your Grace. Okay, so I guess we will need to listen to the petitioners and make some choices based on it. The shield was forged by a famous blacksmith from Grevno. Right. And I guess based on our choices, we will have things change. We have a river with a lot of wildlife. Yeah, it does make the place a bit more friendly, having these plants. Some very old swords as well. Okay, let's talk to Aurelia first, shall we? Can you go and speak to Lorsulia, my dear? I've tried talking to her, but she just won't respond. Don't know what's got into her recently. Maybe she will open up a bit more to you. It's probably wandering about the wall. Of course, my sweetest. So we will do that, but I think we first need to listen to what they have to say. Your Grace? I bring bad news. The recent rains have soaked through our roofs. The pantry roof has collapsed. It's pretty nasty, as well as some walls of our dungeon. Only one cell is currently functional. We should really fix those things before they get worse. Otherwise, we'll keep losing supplies. You will see the required fixes in your weekly summary at the end of the week. Good to know. Okay. So our advisor makes a note about the encounter in our archive. So there are some needs. We have our family. So Aurelia is the queen. That's our wife. I guess our name is Eric. And we have 3 daughters. Sadami, the youngest. Athalia, the middle one. And Lorsulia, the elder. Okay. And there are some needs. We have flood damage on the pantry roof and the dungeon. We should repair those when possible. Okay. Guess we had some pigeons inside. Your Grace, my daughter's wedding is at hand. Congratulations. The problem is, we don't have enough gold or supplies to make a worthy feast. What will my daughter's in-laws think of our family? We want to hire a band, buy some of that fancy wine on the market. We will only need 5 gold and 5 supplies. That is a bit of a luxury, but I guess it's good to have the people be very content at the start. Because contentment leads to more taxes, and I guess more taxes over time help. So let's do that. Can't have a marriage without the music and something to kill the thirst. Oh yes, the thirst's the worst. Show these peasants what a real feast looks like. Excellent. So that's another entry completed. Yeah, we decided to help with the preparations for the wedding. I come here representing my village. We were to ask you for 7 goals to help us gather tools and resources required to build an inn. We could use a new place to rest after a long day of work. So it's the town. I guess if they rest more, they would produce more.
Wow.
So let's do that. More contentment. Solid. And there's another peasant waiting for us. I would. But we also kinda need to talk to some people. Blue indicate important matters to attend to. Green optional conversations. Okay, so we have an important matter in the throne room. At the castle wall, that's our daughter. Dungeon. Let's do the optional dungeon first. Worse than I thought. Yeah, it doesn't look great. So we only have 1 good cell. Recent downpours have damaged a lot of our buildings, Your Grace. We still have space for prisoners. We should focus on buildings that need more attention. Okay. I've had a scribe write a list of things that need to be fixed. You will see this in your weekly summary, Your Grace. Sounds like it's going to be costly. Yeah, it does look like it's going to be costly. Because this was a stone arch. And stone doesn't just collapse for no reason. That could have been me. You see what happened here? If I was in the other cell, I would have been crushed. This is a sign. The gods have forgiven my sins. I shall serve the mighty ones. I will dedicate my life to those in need. If I can get out of here, please. Let's see what he did first. I bumped into the innkeeper on the street and stepped on his toe. How dare you tell such falsehoods? He ordered a gallon of beer, drank it all by himself, and didn't even have the gold to pay for it. The innkeeper was pretty upset. I think I remember. I've been enlightened. I would ever do such a stupid thing again. I will serve a higher purpose. Maybe let me out? Should we keep him in here, or... Well, we kind of need to sell in case something really bad happens. So we only have 1 cell at the moment. So let's let him out. I hope you learned your lesson. You may leave. Really? The gods have truly chosen me. I will go and spread their wisdom. Thank you, Your Grace. Our paths will cross again. I can feel it. Sure they will. Just looking around. So we have some barrels. They're empty. Used to store wine. Some mushrooms. This cell is no longer working and this one isn't either. Alright. So we also have the gardens. I have a bit of a cold. Amelia used to love and sit here and knit. Now she gets more peace in our bedchamber. Does she now? Yes, father. Can you explain the fight in the gardens? You and Lord Sulia used to be best friends. You mean why is Lord Sulia such a big baby? This is the kind of thing I mean. She's annoying. It's all. You need to stop fighting. Insulting your sister won't make the situation better. She will just get more resentful as time goes by. It's so hard. I'm sorry, father. I won't do it again. Good. Good. Thank you. Stay safe. Yes, yes, you do plenty of silly things. Okay, let's go and talk to the daughter. Use the door. the castle wall. We could talk to the general, Your Grace.
Oi, doi.
Doing the good work.
Ta ba bo bo.
Anyone with some strength could probably just barge through it. Okay, so the gates aren't that great. Generals and hunters sometimes come here to practice swordsmanship. There we are on the wall, where it all started. Oh, it's you. Let's see if we can get them to stop fighting with it.
I ba bo.
I want to talk about what happened in the gardens. No,
I don't know.
fine. I can see something's wrong. How would you talk to me?
Then
Everything's fine. We have things to do.
Ubai wo.
I don't know where your sister learned to be so rude.
Oi bai.
You used to find the best spots, remember? Have you not 5 anymore?
Ta bo.
I will leave you to it. So she doesn't want to talk. Let's pet the cat. Very important. Some more. Meow. Yes. Meow. So she's... something wrong with her. She's getting teased by the sister. I don't have more to go on at the moment, so let's go back to the throne room and talk to the last of the peasants. Monsters? Beasts dressed in black. They came in the night, unseen, unheard, until they arrived. They attacked the village. We heard the dreadful screams of the slain. Your Grace, I beg you, you must send your men, check what happened. Find those responsible.
Oi.
Who are they? Bright, redheads, short but sharp fangs. Hundreds of them. Gleaming metal for their claws. We've never seen anything like this. Let's have the agent check the village.
Ta bo oi.
The general should deal with these bandits easily. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so we can advance to the next week at will. That's pretty good. Sometimes you will need to see your family members before you can advance. Alright. So what's the archive? We have some needs. We have the new inn, blood damages, and the main entry is that there are monsters that attacked a village. Trying to find out if the general can do something about that. That's pretty good.
Uai.
Do we have anything else? No. Let's see. Is there anything else to do this week? Guess not. So let's just sit on our throne. Let's end the week. So we have a weekly summary. We can see the kingdom's weekly income and expenses, upgrades and fixes for the castle in the left section. Okay, buy an upgrade, simply click the button and you will see the cost added to the summary. Okay, so we have an income of 11 gold, 8 supplies. The supplies are dropping pretty quick. So we need 9 gold to pay the general. We're losing some from the theatre. 15 supplies to fix the market school is quite a lot. Supplies penalty from treasury. We could do that. Might be best because we need those supplies and we will be running out of those very quickly. So let's take care of that, I guess. Let's fix the pantry roof, and then that instantly fixes the supply issue there as well. And if we fix the market stall, we can do that at the same time, and we instantly get those 2 extra gold per week. We might be a bit low then. 10/8, but I think we can do that. Ooh, those look like some important people, and we have quite a few petitioners today. So what did the general find out about the monsters? Grace, no sign of the monsters. We did stumble upon these bandits, though. They were pillaging the village. Redhead, sharp teeth, rest of Redovia. Thought you could only find them in books and old manuscripts. Well, it seems like we have one right here, too. Tell me, whose banner are you bearing? Is it true you're from Redovia? Your man is right. Redovia is my home. Soon yours too. Ah. Why are you here? What are you doing near the village? We're just making a living. One man would call it plunder. I would call it hard work. Who's your leader? Do you have a king? Or are you just a barbaric thief? We are a free people. We don't bow to kings or lords. Bold words for someone trespassing in another country. Bold and stupid. I've heard enough. Your Grace, we can't allow barbarians to stalk our land, plundering and killing innocent men. There is no question that justice needs to be dealt to this one. Well, yeah, you could execute them, but this is our first confrontation with the Redovians, and maybe that might piss them off somewhat, make them angry. So I'm thinking of throwing him to the dungeon, because he does need to be punished for what he's done. Can't just show him mercy, because he'll probably see that as a sign of weakness. But let's throw him into the dungeon, and we cleared that cell earlier, so that should help a lot. You will rot in a cell. Don't want to let me go, but you don't have the guts to kill me. My friends will gladly hear about your cowardly decision. I need to see Aurelia about this. Yes, you do. Okay, Audrey also has something to say, apparently. What do you make of this, Audrey? Redovians here? How would they get through the mountains? Why would they threaten a war? That's a lot of questions, but I need answers, Audrey. Forgive me, Your Grace. I'm just puzzled. It might be reasonable to start thinking about renewing some old treaties. Talk to old friends, see who could give us a hand. With our current resources, a war would bring certain defeat. I will make some preparations. Good, yes. See if you can get that communication going again. We have a banker, Lucilia, a peasant, Lord Etten, and Pietro waiting for us. Let's talk to the banker. I'm here representing Bank de Florentini, Your Grace. I hear that your treasury has seen better times, but I'm here to help. How does this all work again? We understand that sometimes it's hard to be a king, and we want to do our best to help. We offer quick and easy solutions to give you a surge of gold supplies, whichever you may be in need of. Exclusive package offers 50 gold or supplies instantly available for your use. Only adds a small fee of 10 gold or supplies, depending on the type of loan. It's paid off in weekly amounts of 10 until you pay off your debt, Your Grace. We won't charge you any additional costs. We only do one type of loan at a time. So if you want to borrow gold, we can lend you supplies until the first loan is repaid, vice versa. But remember, the first loan is free of charge. You just pay back what you take. Then I guess it might be smart to get that first loan in, so we can build up quicker. because there's no charge. So maybe get some gold and use the gold to start building on things. Get over 50 gold, repayable over 5 weeks. Although the first loan is free of charge. Let's take it. Perfect. Anything else, Your Grace? That's it. For now. The Bank de Florentini is always happy to help. Now we need to make sure that we use that 50 gold to make more gold. If we can do that. Good news, Father. Athalia sneaked out at night last week. I ran into her while she was going back to her chamber, all laughing and a little tipsy, I think. Does she have a suitor, maybe? She wouldn't say where she'd been, but Sedani, as thick as she is, spilled everything to me in the morning. Those two chit-chat all the time. They think I don't realize. They don't speak ill of your sister. What's got into you, Lord Sulia? Sedani sneaks out to some wedding, gets all drunk, but I'm the bad one all of a sudden. I'd better talk to Athalia about this. You girls are going to drive me mad one day. So did they go to that wedding that we paid for? That could be. The Athalia, adventurous and playful, doesn't care what others think about it. She snuck out of the castle. Okay, so she's not the elder, she's the middle sister. Okay. So we have a peasant, Lord Etten, and Pietro to talk to. Your Grace, my dear son is nowhere to be found. He's a really daft little boy, but still, he is my son. I ask you to help find him, Your Grace. Is there a chance you could do so? Sending the general away for 2 weeks seems a bit steep. I think we can go for the gold option, because we have the gold to spend. I believe there should be enough to cover your loss. Your Grace, do you really think that gold could replace my son? I'd better look for help elsewhere. I meant for the gold to be to hire someone to help you. Some people. My name is Atten. I'm the Lord of Branca, Your Grace. I will be as straightforward as possible. Someone has kidnapped my daughter, and they expect me to pay 12 gold to get her back. The thing is, I tracked them down, and I know where they are keeping her. I've planned everything out. I just need your general to help me take her back. Or I could just pay the ransom. The way I will need your help. So either the general for 2 weeks. The general costs 9 gold to send out, so... but maybe you already pay the general anyway. So let's send the general. Yeah. Send the general my way, and I'll tell him my plan. Thank you, Your Grace. Good. That's the work. Daughter was kidnapped, so we've sent a general. And Pietro? Your Grace, I fear for my life. I think someone is trying to get me. What's going on? Someone is following me. They want me dead. Who's they? I don't know. How would I know? I haven't done anything, right? I better be going. So Pietro is a paranoid lord who visited the castle, mentioned something about fearing for his life. But he never gave any details, left in a hurry. Yes, he did. Something is off about that. Okay, so we can talk to someone in the dungeon. We have the bedchamber to talk to our wife. And we can head to the gardens to talk to our daughter. Let's do the optional first. I didn't think a king would come down to the dungeons. But honor, truly. Enough of the games. Tell me what you know. Why are you here? Suppose that's one way of killing time in this murky den. You see, Baron, that lunatic, thinks everyone will follow him. Keeps raving about some promise. Of the 7 kings will give him his daughter. He thinks he's got a chance at mingling with the royal. He still can't decide. Is he the mad one, or is it his followers who believe this bunk are really insane? Oh, they don't die from boredom first. Let's talk to the wife first. So we know about a certain Baron who wants to get wed to one of the daughters. Okay. Let's make sure everything is out. There we go. Yeah, maybe you are just old. So we got a stork painting, mountains painting, we have a fireplace full of ash. I guess this is our bed chamber. Let's talk to our wife. Hey, darling. Radovians have come to Devon. One of their bandits was brought to the castle. Radovians? That can't be right. Do you think it's about your... Oh, promise. I'm afraid it is. The bandit is in the quiet dungeon. Nobody questioned him. It cannot be. Eric. He said so himself. How would he know? 13 years ago, we promised our unborn child's hand to a thug. Baron, wasn't it? Does it matter? After 13 years, a Radovian shows up in our castle. Be damned. Yes, Lusulia will soon become a woman, and we will need to find her a husband. And the Baron, the villain, will arrive to make me fulfill my promise. How could we have promised our daughter's hand to a Radovian? With a knife to my throat. I'm not sure what else we could have done. I think our daughter will marry some barbaric thug, though. We can't let this happen, Eric. We will solve this. Do you remember the curse? I don't even want to think about this. Just hope the curse is nothing but a hoax. See how things with the thug turn out. What curse? What are we going to do? If Baron ever shows up to claim our daughter's hand, hopefully no one will believe him. We just need to play stupid. Unless he shows up with an army. Don't be silly now. How can a commoner afford an army? Even we can't. How can Dovians get to Devon? Anything seems possible at this stage. We did send the bandit to the dungeon. I already told you I did, Aurelia. Yes. I'm sorry, darling. There's too much to think about. How are you holding up? I don't know. It's so unreal. Marry a prince, a lord, even... Yes. Marry a thug? We can't do this. It will be fine. I won't let them take her away. Eric, I'm terrified. I can handle this. Fine. I will stay here. So we have Asalia. So then Lusulia is the eldest, and she is currently 13. Promised to Baron, a Radovian bite. Aurelia agreed with Eric's worries. Baron was after the king's oldest daughter, Lusulia. Yeah. So apparently they made a promise to get her out, and I guess they also have some kind of curse that we don't know about. just yet. Interesting. The plot thickens. Yes, Father.
Uba day boy.
I've heard there was quite a fine wedding in the village just outside our wall. Considering the resources you've spent to help them out with, it definitely was.
Ubkawa.
Sounds as if they had the honor of a royal guest. No, of course not. But I've heard what people say is all. Come on now. You know about the wedding. Lasulia told me what happened. How would she know anyway? Oh, of course. It's the Dani. The Dani. I wouldn't forgive myself if something happened to you. You've no need to worry. Nothing will happen. You know what's out there. What could have happened if someone found a princess by herself in a village? All the drunkards, thugs. Nothing happened, Father. I was dressed differently. I was careful. I'm not stupid. I know what I'm doing. What I wanted was a little fun. But Sulia said you got drunk. That's a lie. Know what I'm doing? I can take care of myself. How many times? Sulia. When she turns 13, she thinks she will make her marry some fat, dumb prince and send her off to another castle. She intends to be such a lousy rat. Maybe it will be for the best. Is that why she's been acting up lately? I suppose so. It doesn't change the fact that she's just infuriating. It doesn't change the fact that you didn't stop with the name-calling. You are confined to the castle. No more visits to the market. You will not be visiting the market. What am I supposed to do inside these godforsaken walls? But Lucilia, I'll teach her a lesson. Stop with the names. Better talk to Lucilia. Yeah, guess we better. Fortunately, she's still in the same place for a week. Hasn't moved at all. Okay, still in the same place. It's you. Azalea told me why you might be feeling a bit down recently. I think your mother and I had started to figure it out anyway. Sorry we didn't realize earlier. No? Why is that? Tradition says a girl your age needs a husband. But I promise you won't have to marry a stranger. We'll make sure we know the prince well before the wedding. Oh, I will show. I will check on you later. I mean, that's the least we could do, at least introduce them. Let them know each other. I guess that's all we could do this week. Yeah, it was. Let's end the week. Right, so we have a gold payment from the bank to do, that's fine. We got 11 in taxes. We have to pay the general, of course. We got some gold from the market stand. We could pay for the theatre and get rid of the broken theatre. Will we do that? That is quite a bit of gold to spend. But it would keep contentment high, and maybe that's a good idea. Let's do that. We have the gold. Week 3. It's like a pigeon has arrived. We have 3 people to talk to. Dear Eric, we've crossed the mountains. We will come for what was promised. But the gods have graced us with their strength. Baron, king of Gradovia.
Oi, bye.
So they do have a king after all. Where there's a king, an army.
Oi,
What promise are they babbling about anyway?
oi, baka.
You never mentioned it, Your Grace. I figured it'd be best to tell him because it's going to come out anyway.
Kai.
I didn't think I would have to keep my word.
Oi, bye.
We can't let barbarians seize the throne.
Abao.
Our treasury's low, but we can always seek allies.
Bye.
We'll let you get on with the audits. I'll make some preparations in the meantime.
Oh, bye.
I'll be in the council chamber, Your Grace. Excellent. So we assure her that she won't be...
Oi.
We've already read the letter, yes we have. So we have 3 people. We've got a peasant, a merchant, and another peasant. 2. Okay. Your Grace, injustice and hunger have struck our village. Men dressed in black came and took our stock. Hardly anything left worth giving to the dogs now. I wanted to kindly ask, was 7 pieces of gold or 5 sacks of supplies? That way we can at least keep our children fed. Let's give the gold then.
Oi,
I hope you can make it count. We will, Your Grace. Thank you. Okay. The merchant. They come with a business proposition, Your Grace. I need 12 gold to hire men and buy resources to build a new tavern in Branca. We'll serve more than just a way for locals to get drunk. The village is really well positioned. It has many visitors, but they never stay for long. The tavern will change that and will guarantee a steady income. And we'll share the profits. But once I start making money on the business. Let's do that. Let's make some money. Oh, wonderful. You won't regret it, Your Grace. I will get right on with the work. 8 tables, 13 beds. We can make a cheaper shared chamber. Oh, it's going to work well. Yep. We've invested in a business. Excellent. Your Grace, a disease is crawling in our village. There's nothing serious, I don't think, but fevers and sneezes are all over the place. It appeared out of nowhere, as if a dark force brought it upon us. 7 or 5 supplies. We could do 7.
Double.
Give them out in your village. Make sure everyone has access to what they need. Thank you, Your Grace. We are beyond content. I hope that the spirits will keep you well. I hope so too. So we have a council chamber. We have Sedani, that's our youngest daughter, who is very tiny. And we have Audrey, of course, with the plans.
We buy. Oh. Diba Wong.
Well,
Oi.
hey there. What are we gonna call her? We gotta call her Pumpkin, Silly Pickle, or Potato Head. Pumpkin, Silly Pickle, Potato Head. I think Pumpkin is probably the nicest of the 3.
Tea.
Pumpkin? Pumpkin! That's new, I like it. Your Grace.
Obanwa.
Sedani, I always tell you not to play here. But this is my most cherished place in the castle fortress. Where you have the most finest items here, Father. Please let me stay here. I won't break anything, I promise. Fine.
Kuiuja.
As long as you don't damage anything. Please, thank you, Your Grace. Let's see what else is here. La la la.
Iwoi. I will.
Your Grace, I appointed a scout. He will let us know what we're up to. Meanwhile, we should invite King Talus. He might be able to help. Ah, we have a new tab. Talk to nearby lords. Just inviting Talus. Review details of each of your potential allies. You need to have a pigeon available in order to send it. And we only have one pigeon. So King Talus would have 3,000 men. 8 out of the 60. Should visit us within a week. With his army, we should be able to repel Rodovia, no matter what they come with. Thank you, Audrey. Let's hope that helps. Okay, that's another week done. Let's go quick. Let's go past them very quick. Okay, we have nothing to upgrade anymore, so that's great. So now we're actually losing money because of the gold payment to the bank. We need to do something about that. Week 4. Let's see.
Why?
What would you like to know about? Are we ready to confront the enemy? We don't yet know what we're up against, but with our current army we couldn't even defend against peasants with shots. Benefit himself would have to help us. Finding allies will be vital if we want to stand a chance. With the General, King Talus and Lord Etten. Great, because the General is back. The news about Lord Etten's case, your daughter. With this plan, my squad and I managed to take his daughter back. Excellent. Well done. There is King Talus. Only any light could get through these windows. These halls used to shine, Eric. Father, look what she did. Zalia's put feces under my pillow. How can I ever wash it off? Why did you tell her I told on her? We did tell her. So we can't say that. Go back to your chamber. Now. There's always people in here. We'll deal with that later. Scuttle off for now. But, you can't even control your children, and I'm surprised you still sit where you do. And I'm still standing where I am. Forgive me. We've had a lot going on recently. I'm asking if you're going to make me stand like a commoner here. Oh, of course, let's talk in the council room. There's a lot of books. What is she doing in here? Are you letting children play with your archives? Girl, gone. Are you a king or a blasted nanny? What can be so important that you could just send me a pigeon? I will be straightforward with this. I need an army. Rodovia has threatened me and my family. Rodovia. Here. Yes, they're simple men, untrained. Tell you what, I will give you 3,000 soldiers. My army can deal with anything they throw its way. What? Just like that? Of course not. You see, my son Ivo has been crying and moaning to me about finding him a princess. He's always bothering me. By the time he grew up, a wife would keep him busy. Out of my way, Lusulia would be good enough for him. You could teach him a thing or two. I also want access to the fine collection of books you have here, plus anything else you can find. You still seek cures for your wife. The condition hasn't improved. That doesn't concern you. You get an arm. I get Lusulia access to these books. An army for a marriage in return. Yes, of course. You catch on quickly. I'll send my armies right away. We need to do that, but we promised the daughter that she would get to meet the person first.
Oi, Tokoi.
I can't just let you take my daughter for a few hundred men.
Oi.
Come on now, Eric. We both know Davin has seen better times.
Oi,
When
flame.
Rodovia comes, who will protect your people, your family.
Flare, oi.
You're going to order peasants to fight them with pitchforks. Additional gold might be useful. 3,000 extra men is also quite nice. Or a general. But generals cost money to upkeep. We need the gold at the moment.
地把王带我把他
Of the cost of the wedding and our castle renovations. That's not a problem.
因为
I will send an army straight away. I want immediate access to the archives. The marriage can be organized later.
各位
Let me get lost in your books then. I think I will start from this room. Fine. You can find me in the throne room if you need me.
来的 oi.
Let's see. What do we have here? Okay, we have a new ally. Wonderful. The green icon appears by their name, like the one next to Ada. I don't know much about Ada yet. So this needs to be wet. Let's invite Ada for next week. I think that's a good idea. Because even with 3,000 men, we still need them. Let's talk to our daughter first. We need to tell her about the wedding. Planned wedding, at least. No, it's you.
哦
We have no choice.
对呀
You must marry Evo, the prince of a town. It's
对
sorry. What do you mean? Don't I get a say in this?
爸
We need this marriage to secure an army that will defend us. The war is coming. You're going to be sacrificed. Did you even consider any other options? Did you even try to offer something other than your daughter? Well, I didn't really have a choice.
哦
They didn't let me choose the no, I won't do it. Oh, I knew it. The day I'm old enough, you will just sell me to the highest bidder. You've been waiting for this. You can't wait to get rid of me, can you? I wish I was a common girl living in a village, having nothing to worry about. Being able to marry the one I love, not some snob I've never met. Stupid wedding. Stupid prince. You're stupid. Yep. Oh, I had that coming. Definitely had that coming. Very little I could do about it. Fortunately.
啊 oi. You
For the gardens. Celia is not here. Sedani is. Your Grace. You're a king, so why do you listen to the man in the council chamber, Father?
that boy.
He's a king too, you know. But you're a better king. I could listen to you.
Oi.
Yes, yes. Keep your voice down, Duncan.
Boy. He babble.
Yeah, there's still a crack in the pavement. We need to talk to our wife about it. Darling,
Oi.
oh, Surya is getting married. What? No. Let Bayron find us. We can't let him. Rosilia will marry Ivo, the Prince of Atana. Made a treaty with Talus. Marriage or army return. No, we cannot let her marry a barbarian. Eric, you said you would find a way, but wait, Eva, that's good. That's great. Evo is a prince after all, and if Losulia is married to Evo, then Bayron can't do anything. Talus' army might simply scare them away. Fantastic news, Eric. Wonderful. Who's going to prepare the wedding? Guests? Menus? We need to decorate the throne room. We need to buy flowers and decorations. And we need a band too. I'll take care of that.
Bye.
We'll see how our treasury looks at the end of the week. Does Losulia know yet?
Bye.
Yes. He didn't take it well. But what does she know? She wouldn't want to marry that barbaric babe. Well, maybe she did. Who knows what Radovians do with their wives? Wouldn't surprise me if they cut them up and eat them for dinner the next day. Give her time. She'll come around to the idea. See, I told you. Get some rest. Dear, oh dear. We still have Lord Etten to talk to. We helped him earlier. Let's have him come. Your Grace, my daughter is back. Those goons didn't even know what hit them, and we hit them hard. If it wasn't for your general, I'm not sure if my plan would have worked. Take this gold as a thank you, Your Grace. All gold. And 2 contentment, that's pretty good. That's pretty nice. I guess that's all of everything for this week. Later that night. There better be something important at this ungodly hour. Your Grace, Radovian's forces have been spotted nearby. We should send our men to track them down. Come from Losulia. Eric, we should do something. Let's send the general. We need to see what they're up to. Yes, we do. Ooh. Okay, so this is everything for the wedding then. We would need to buy flowers, fabric, and hire a band. Well, I guess it's better to just get rid of that now. We need 4 weeks. We could spread it out a little bit. Let's make sure that the band is done and the flowers. Then we have a bit of gold that we can use because we also need to pay the bank again. And then we can buy some fabrics. It is a bit of a slow game, I feel. There's definitely something going on, but it's I'm not too sure about it yet. I'm also not sure if my voice can keep up. What have you learned? Radovians have formed stationary posts around our castle, Your Grace. Camps, if you like. They're planning their next moves. Destroying the posts should damage their ability to form strategies, Your Grace. Though we now have a prospect of an army, we shouldn't give them any advantage. Can you take a look at the map, Your Grace? Have an agent to clear out these posts as soon as possible. To my mark, General. I will instruct you when to destroy. Yes, Your Grace. Okay, so we can now send the general on the map to posts. May result in gain of resources. Then we need to dispatch of the Radovian posts. Send. So this is Graphic. This is where we are situated. There are 3 posts around us. There's quite a large map. So they came from the mountains, most likely. So we can either get rid of the post east, because that would possibly be the weakest post, or we can get one of these two to make sure that they can't reinforce. Maybe that's smarter. The northern post. Yeah. Let's do it. So we've sent one to the northern post. We'll be ready for the wedding in 4 weeks. The Rhodovian post needs to be eliminated by then. We still need to provide for people's needs. Striking the right balance between the two might be tough, not impossible. With our current resources, we will need to prioritize. Yeah, we will. Because we're going to have 3 out of 4 weeks. The general will do its thing then. Can we send the general to multiple? No agents available. Okay, no. You can only send them to one at a time. Ah, there is Ada. Your Grace, you called for me? I always forget how beautiful this castle is, Your Grace. I really should visit Grafna more. Nevertheless, I have a favor to ask of you. Thank you. What can I do for you? There is a nefarious thief going from lord to lord, pretending like he needs help. Convinced of the nearby lords to give him gold. Including me. He always says he's a merchant and his goods have been stolen. Sure, he will visit you sooner or later. What did he look like? A dirty cream apron and a dark green shirt. Cream apron, dark green shirt. He was wearing a hat.
That boy. Boy, yeah.
If I find him, I will send for you as soon as possible. The tavern you helped me to establish is up and running. Wonderful. So, well, it's not just a stop between long trips, it's more of a destination on its own now. Ah, he will start sharing his profits with us. 1 extra gold every week. This is ridiculously low. 3 pieces. Was worth a shot. 4 might have been a bit much, but 3 means 4 weeks to repay. That's not too bad. How can I help, Bumpkin? Worried about Lucilia, Father. What happened to her when she leaves? She promised me she'd take care of me, but now she's leaving. How would she lie? What happens to Dusty? More concerned about Lucilia or our cat, Sedan. Oh, truly. Lucilia's cat, she will probably want to take Dusty to keep her company. If she didn't leave, then Dusty wouldn't have to go as well. I don't want her to leave. Can you talk to her? Not exactly Lucilia's choice. I'm sure she would prefer to stay. She would never leave you on purpose. What should we do with them? She would rather stay. She should. Do you talk to her? Convince her to stay? Of course, Sedani. I can try convincing her, but I don't think that will change a thing. I knew I could count on you. Thank you. Check on Lucilia one this time. Yeah. Not sure you can change anything, though. Because she needs to leave in order to pay for those 3,000 men. They took our cattle. Monsters with steel came in that night and took everything. The grass left now, but what's the good of it? If there ain't castle grease on it. Will you help us? It's starting to get tough though. Buy a little bit of gold. Now things are starting to get a bit tough with resources. Let's see. Darling,
Kuivuja.
do you need help with anything? I'm preparing some handmade decorations. I hope Lucilian likes them. I'm sure she will. They're lovely, my darling. The wedding is so soon and there's so much to do. I think we're going to have a roast duck and a Galician salad. I don't know yet about the cake. I have to speak to Lucilia about it.
Miiva.
Let you work on the preparations. If you need anything, I'll be in the throne room. So to Lucilia then.
Puoja.
Oh, she's not here. Ah, nor is the cat. Interesting. Let's see if we can find her then. Oh, but Salia is apparently fighting. You're a king, so why do you listen to the man?
Oh.
Yes, father.
Avadeja.
Sword? Please tell me you haven't had a skirmish with me, Julia. Spare yourself for that. She wouldn't stand a chance. Let me be the judge of that. Show me what you got. Yes,
Ka.
let's go. I don't really have to. I can't go to the market. I had to find something else to do. I just picked them up.
Uba.
Don't let your opponent hit you and be quick.
Apua.
That's the basics. I'm holding it right.
Wa.
Too slow. My turn.
Odoiva.
Quite an arm there, young lady. So tell me, Acelia, what's going on with you two? You're holding grudges. She's locked herself up in her chamber. The baby.
Oh.
You leave feces on her bed. Don't pretend like this is the reason she won't come out. Oh, it doesn't help. That's what will happen to me one day too. Oh, I want to say no.
Bye.
And once you become of age, we will need to find you a husband. Sooner or later. Guess I didn't think of it before. It puts everything into a different perspective. I was angry at her for being so irritating. But now I'm angry at her that she's leaving me. Too bad for her. But who will I vex now? Sidani is too young, it's not the same. I'm sure you will find a way to occupy your time.
Ibabo.
I guess we should end it here. Just warming up. Think we can do this again one day? Sure. Why not? We'll find you when I have a wife. Suppose that'll be never then. Not to do anything anymore. Palace would tell you otherwise. Trust me. Father, I'm sorry. What I did to Lucilia wasn't fair. Don't apologize to me. I know. I feel like it's best to give her some time. I will make it right then. Good. Never. Let's see if we can find Lucilia. He's in her chambers. Does he have anything new to say?
Boja.
Yeah, so Lucilia locked herself in her own chambers. Guess we can't reach those. Okay. Fortunate. How are we doing? We had to pay the bank. 12. We're not losing any supplies, so that's good. It's just the gold. Everything is on gold at the moment. So we have the tavern business, we have the market store, so that's 5 extra. We've got 12 on this. So we're currently at an income of 17. Yeah, let's wait with the fabrics one more week. And maybe spend some supplies next time. Nope. Made a few more, okay. With the General, Pietro, Aurelia, Soldier, and the Merchant. Can I choose to send someone else earlier? There's still time until the wedding. We should check out the Redovian posts when there's a chance, Your Grace. I believe we did. North Post was crawling with Redovian scum, Your Grace. We've managed to dispatch most of them. Good. Good. So we have the West Post and the East Post. Let's get rid of the West Post first. Excellent. Now that's going splendidly. What is a soldier at? Your Grace, yet another village has been raided by Redovian forces. We aid them in their time of need. This could have a great effect on people's contentment, Your Grace. We can't allow Redovia to threaten our land. Yeah, but I can't send the general because that would take 2 weeks.
Elbow.
Need to prepare for the final blow. Let's hope that the Redovians don't strike again. Yeah, I hope so. What does the merchant have to say? They bring you a mixture that can cure illness. What? Most of the time. Cures almost anything. You won't find anything better for 5 pieces of gold. That seems like a scam.
Boy.
I think I will pass. Such a fine product, but how can you know for sure that you won't need it soon? Oh, well, I will peddle it elsewhere. That's a scam. That was definitely a scam. Have you seen Rosulia, darling? I think she's still locked up in her chamber. She's refusing to come out.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's best to give her some time. I don't know what to do, darling. The wedding is so close. I wanted her to help me pick the flowers, but she won't talk to me. If you're right, though, I will get back to the preparations. Of course, my sweetest. We need to find a way to talk to the daughter. I know that they are after me. Who are you talking about? They moved the candles. They left them on the windowsill. I never leave my candles on the windowsill. Oh, Grace. That's the paranoid nobleman. Huh. The daughter is still playing with swords? Not anymore. Okay.
That boy. Bye.
Yeah. Rosulia doesn't really want to get involved with the wedding preparation, so everything's on my head. I'd be less upset if she understood that this is the best option we have. Do you think we should tell her about the promise? No, Eric. How do you think she would react? She would hate us forever for promising her before she was even born. I can never, ever find out about this. I'm not too sure. I think she might actually understand better, and then maybe she would even choose to marry this Otis fella. Just seems like they could avoid all that just by talking it off. I think that was the last gold payment to the bank. So we can now buy the fabrics. Really low on gold again. Yeah, that was the last one on the bank. We've got a lot of people to talk to. No sign of the Redovians at the west coast, Your Grace. We did find a hell of a mess though. Gold and supplies, bud. Excellent. It's gone away in a hurry. 2 gold, 2 supplies. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Yes, we do. We're very low on gold though. So the banker. We can borrow gold once more. Only this time we need to look at it for 6 weeks. It's okay. Always happy to help. We've got a peasant, we've got the merchant over here. Your Grace, I've been robbed. I was on my way down to Hagos when a bunch of thugs threatened my life. I give them all my goods. I'm left with nothing and nowhere to go. Is there a chance I could... What? No, Your Grace. I'm telling the truth. It was a Redovian barbarians. We'll spend some time in our dungeons. We should let Lady Ayla know about the wrongdoer. Yes, that was definitely the one Ada was looking for. So let's invite Ada. So we have Sedani, we have some peasants again. Daughter comes first. You are hiding there, pumpkin. You said I can't have a cat, so I got myself a different pack. Never said you can't have a cat. Just Rosulia has one. It's Snail. I found him in the gardens and I called him Mud. It's an unusual pet. An original name. He's nice, but he's not a cat. He's all slimy and sticky. Kinda gross. That's the best replacement I've found so far. Maybe Rosulia didn't have to leave. She could help me find something better. If your sister gets married, she will have to go with Ivor. She has to support it. She can't stay with you forever. No way. No way. I think you would love it in the council chamber, Father. But when can I go back there? You mean the snail? Or was it Smeary? It's Smudge! Not that hard, Father. He smudges. That's why. Yes. Much. Afraid you won't be able to go to the council chamber for a while, though. King tell her to stay there until the wedding ceremony. He is none too pleased. Your Grace, thanks to the new inn, we've built our workers are happier and work harder. We can now plough much faster. We still need to maintain the inn, but I wanted to bring you something extra for the help. We'll be contributing 1 gold every week to the kingdom. It's great to see that the investments are starting to pay off. Very generous. Our people will appreciate this. Please visit us if you ever need any more help. Thank you, Your Grace. Lovely. Finally started to get a little bit of income. Your Grace, I have a small favor to ask of you. Teeny tiny. Would you happen to have any spare gold? See, 1 piece of gold tissue I ask for. That way I could get myself some bush. If you see, some bush. This is rather unusual, but I would greatly appreciate your help. So, okay. No. Don't waste my time. Didn't mean to, Your Grace. I just disappeared. Let's go. Yeah. You're drunk. Maybe drink less. Buy some boots. Your Grace, my village has been raided by bandits. I guess there is a monster on their back. No, not at all. Locals for sure, but they were ours. Our food supplies and cattle were stolen. We would greatly appreciate your support. I can give you 7 sacks of supplies. I hope this will compensate your losses. It'll be more than enough. We are much obliged to your grace. Yeah, because supplies are definitely not an issue. So.
That boy.
Sounds like Rodovia has copycats of sorts. Other bandits can now get away with their crimes more easily. They know the blame will fall on the Rodovians and hope we won't look for them. Things will settle down after the wedding. Sure, your grace. I hope so. We definitely hope so. We have the bedchamber and we have the dungeon. Let's head to the dungeon first. We only have 1 cell to put in both of these. I really don't understand. Why am I here? Lady Ada told me what you did. Oh, Lady Ada. Didn't realize you two knew each other. Yeah. Darling, has Rosulia spoken to you at all? She hasn't. I'm very worried about her. She hasn't eaten anything for the past few days. I hope you'll forgive us this one day. That's not good. We better start eating soon. We have some problems. All the upgrades have been bought. We're doing pretty nicely here. The Queen wanted to see you, Your Grace. Okay. Let's talk to the Queen first. No, let's do the General first. In case we need the General for something. No Rodovias, nothing left behind. Yep. Yes, we are. So that's all of the Rodovian outposts gone. We have Rosulia there, we have Pietro, we have Lady Ada. Great that we've got Rosulia there. Because we can finally talk to her. Ooh, looks like we have some dresses. I think we're going to need Rosulia there. Let's talk to her first.
That boy.
You finally came out. Can you please come and meet me at the wall when you get the chance? I wanted to talk to you. So let's talk to her first, I guess. Let's see what she has to say. And she brought her cat again. I'm sorry I shouted at you, Father. I didn't mean it when I called you stupid. I just wish things were different. I wish I'd spent the past couple of days being with you, not angry at you. I know, darling. I know. Love you, Father. I love you too. More than anything in this world, Louis. You hate it when I call you that. You're still my Luli. It's alright, Papa. I'll miss you calling me Luli. Your mother has prepared one hell of a wedding. But better get ready before she finds me. I'll see you at the party. Lovely. Well, sounds like she's forgiven me, at least. What she's going to have to do. Let's talk to the wife then. Because she probably wants us to pick out a dress. Everything's ready. Apart from choosing a dress. So we can choose this very plain dress. This decent dress. I think this is probably the prettiest one. This seems very over the top. I think this is probably best. The middle ground gown. 25 pieces of gold. Yeah. Yes, it's not too bad, I suppose. Let's hope the curse that we don't know anything about is not going to come around. What does the king have to say? As the illness persists. What are you so curious about? Yes, she's still sick, otherwise I wouldn't even be here. Like I told you already, it's none of your business. Did Yellis and Moravia resolve their war? But what are you fighting over again? Land? Witchcraft? I don't know and I don't care to find out. I have my own problems. Everything alright in Hagos? Always wanted to visit your beautiful town. Why don't you go and see for yourself what it's like, better than this rat hole? I'd like to know a little about your son before, the marriage. What's there to say? He has royal blood and I pay enough for his masters to ensure that he's at least half as smart as I am. You just leave me alone, Eric. Let's focus here. Healing fever. How to prevent dysentery. Something about malaria. All of these are useless. Book the floors. I'll book the decorations. We'll have a live bath. There was no need. I just wanted to be over and done with. Who cares about some stupid decorations? The vows that are important. Paid weddings. People will get what they are really about. Well, it's going to be quite a party either way. I'll see you there. Yes. Very well. He seems very odd. Doesn't care at all. Yes, just one question I must ask you, Grace. May Smart come to the wedding too? I guess. Need to keep him very close to you, said Annie. You always keep him close, Your Grace. Don't forget to say goodbye to Losulia. She's leaving right after the wedding. Yes, I also need to say goodbye to Dusty. Going to be alright, Pumpkin. Looks like it's going to be quite a banquet. Yeah, for you it will. Not for Losulia. Still can't believe she's leaving. Hopefully she can learn to be friends with Prince Eva. I don't think she wants to. I know. I wish we had more time to find a prince, but this is the way it has to be. Don't do anything silly, Acelia. Do I ever? Yes, you do. Yes, you definitely do. Plenty of times. Like leaving feces. What kind of child leaves feces under a pillow? Your Grace, you called for me. I found your thief. Put him in the dungeons where he belongs. Your Grace, if I may, can I take him with me? Sure. Do whatever you may desire with him. Don't worry, Your Grace. I'll show him where his place is. Of course, you can count on my help during your upcoming battle. Don't have much to offer, but it's better than nothing. I'm glad we became allies, Lady Ada. It's good to have you on our side. It's my pleasure. That is it. 60 more. Lovely. Let me know if you need anything. Great. We have another alliance. Lovely. So, Pietro, I'm starting to think perhaps you are involved. What am I saying? Why would I say this? Why would you tell someone you know they know? I better leave. I can leave, right? Yeah, you can leave. Please do. Your Grace, I came here to ask you for help. My father is very sick with fever. Tell me, please. He is pale as a ghost and he shakes and sweats all the time. We've tried treating the fever with cold water and a poultice of butter, onion, and garlic. We've given him a concoction of wormwood and mint. Regards, we even tried letting the bad blood with leeches. I'm afraid he might not last another night. Your Grace, if we had a court witch available, she could handle these diseases. That's true. We should put word out that we are looking for one. As for your father, the gold isn't going to help her much, though a healer will be able to provide better help than I could. Do you think I've tried that already? That would have come here otherwise. So how will that crazy old witch from the forest? I bet that now. Crazy old witch. Okay, so we have the Radovian fight at the moment. We have the wedding going on as well. We have Evo, which we haven't met yet, but he is the future husband of our daughter. Then we have the drunk citizen who wanted to extort us for boots. Apparently that's still there. We have some tavern business, which will give us 3 additional gold. Plenty of stuff here. Let's do that. All the upgrades are done. We have plenty of money. We have plenty of supplies. We have an army. And I guess it's time for the wedding now. The kings of Devon and Atara make an alliance treaty to join forces against Redovia. I'm overwhelmed by the beauty of my new wife. I'll enjoy the company, I'm sure. And damn it.
Boy?
Evo, you're right. Of course, I'm perfectly fine, thank you, Your Grace. So, like I said, company, my wife, yes, is that? He's a bit of a weird one. Forgive me, Father said I should make some kind of speech. I wasn't sure what to say. I hope I didn't offend you. Anyway, you look very pretty, Lucilia. She doesn't know what to say. Well, let's hope that she falls for the nerdy type. Wouldn't let you marry someone inappropriate. You know that, right, Lucilia? A bit clumsy, to be sure, but he will grow out of that. I will be on my way, if you will excuse me. Talus. About the Redovians. This seals the deal, Eric. You get the army, I get full access to the archives. I wasn't sure if you would honor our bargain, Eric. I'm a man of my word, that I am. Well, I suppose you are. And the party went on. Everyone was eating fancy food, drinking the finest wine. And the band was class 2. I looked for him everywhere. I stirred up every pot, even in the kitchen. Don't worry, we'll find him, Siddha. This salad looks surprisingly flavoursome. Oh, is the snail gonna be in the salad? What is it? A Cantonese recipe? This is not half bad. You know they had such sublime taste. These snails are extremely undercooked. Oh. What snails? That's not part of the menu. March! Party went better than anyone expected. Listen, I think I've wasted
Why?
I've spent enough time with the guests.
Father,
I
boy.
really need to get back to the archive, so if you don't mind, take my leave, Eric.
Zui.
Alice. Ha! Your Grace.
Shadow.
Leaving so early?
See.
Toast! Toast! Drink at least one more with us.
Zui.
See? Perfect timing, Your Grace.
Play I.
Will I get some peace after that? To the young couple. Oh. To the ill-fated toast, that is. You just get poisoned.
Endo.
Rick, do something.
Oi.
Send for the doctor.
Oh yeah.
You heard the king. Go, go, go. Talus was on the ground before anyone had a chance to react.
Ikana.
He's not. Is he?
Playo.
Father?
Mira, boy.
Your Grace.
Oida.
Father?
Play.
How could you?
Oida boy.
Eric, how could you ever allow for this to happen?
Yeah.
Eric, you have accommodated us in your castle, which we are grateful for. But this is beyond our beliefs. You're filled as a host and are responsible for the events of tonight.
Yeah, mira.
The king of Atana, Talus, is dead.
Espiratia.
Evo, your Talus' only son. You have no choice but to take the burden of the crown on yourself. Go ahead, Evo.
Playo.
Eric, I can't believe this.
Ayo.
You leave me no choice. As the new king of Atana, my first order is to withhold the armies that my father promised to you.
Oh yeah, that's.
You will also return the gold.
Boy, boy.
Eric, the king of Davon, you are responsible for Talus' death, unless otherwise can be proven upon a royal trial.
Play.
Until then, Davon will not receive support from Atana.
Plada boy.
Vasilia, pack your things. We're taking my father home.
Gaba.
Wait. No. You can't do that. Your Grace, the wedding is over.
Esfera.
The vows were set. The marriage still stands.
Ina.
Courage, my darling. What a wedding. What a wedding. From now on, we have to get the agent going. So does that mean that if we did buy the concoction early, we could have given the concoction to him and maybe saved his life? Maybe. Curious about that. We really don't have the money to pay Sam at the moment. So we probably better not. Week 10.
Zui.
And that is all I can recall, Your Grace.
No.
Considering how much I drank that night, it's quite remarkable I remember anything.
Kuwaya.
Thank you for your time, Lord Etten.
Oi, baka.
Your version of events will definitely prove useful to the investigation.
Wow.
We are glad that your daughter has been found, safe and well.
Bye.
I think we've examined all the guests, Your Grace.
Kuwaya.
We haven't heard anything out of the ordinary.
Why?
Other soldiers were the main bulk of our army.
Iba.
Solving the murder case will surely convince Evo to aid us in battle. Whoever did poison Talus must have planned it out to the smallest detail. If you find any leads, do let me know, Your Grace.
Bakabaway.
Talus wasn't anyone's favorite person, but you need to have a very good reason to murder the king of Atana.
Iba Dabo.
We mustn't lose focus on our main goal, however. Rodovia won't wait for us to resolve this.
Ubo.
In this situation, we shan't rely on Talus, Evo's army. We need to seek help from other lords in case we can't convince Evo in time. As for the army, we will need to reach out to neighboring lords, make allies, sign treaties. It sounds like you're in quite a pickle, Your Grace. You're still here. Speaking of allies, treaties, etc., I have a hefty army waiting for orders. I can throw in some extra gold and supplies to aid you too. 230 men and 6 gold. That will be great. Thank you, Lord Etten. Not so fast, Your Grace. I can't simply give everything away for nothing now, can I? Lures? From Pendle, Your Grace. He stopped delivering spices to my associates in Branca. Turmeric, caraway, anise. Food's as bland as hell without all these. Persuade Lures to renew the deliveries. My men will aid you in the battle, Your Grace. We'll see what can be done. Very well, Your Grace. That's a start. We should invite Lures over, see what we can do. I've also marked out areas of interest on the map. Might be worth checking them. Maybe we can find a piece of gold or two. We don't know when Redovia will show up. We need to start preparing for the battle as soon as possible. I've made a note of things we can do on our weekly summary. We should be able to deny payment for our agents. We can't expect them to work if you don't pay them, but at least we can save a coin. Maintaining our army will also cost us supplies. It only gets more difficult from now on, Your Grace. And here are the petitioners. Perhaps the sermon will shine some light on the case. Okay, so we got a lot of new stuff that we can do. Hear what's going on with those spices. Would you like to invite Lures? Yes, let's invite. Oh, there's quite a few more. The Lord will provide extra gold or supplies in addition to their army offers. That would be great. Lord offerings are shown next to their profile. So, lots of options. Lures, we obviously need to get Etten. And other than that, I think Lena is probably the best one to get as well. She gives gold, food, and the most ones as well. King Evo is currently not an ally, very much does not like us. Let's invite Lures. Okay, so that's been done. We've got a servant, we've got a peasant. We've arrived. Atona is nothing like Davin. The vast streets of Hagos expand endlessly, it seems. Salia would love to get lost in here. The journey was tiring, but the views have compensated for everything. Sidonie would have made your ears fall off with her questions if she saw the landscapes here. The cliffs and rocks span across the whole of Atana. It all makes you feel very small. On top of all these rocks, there lies Hagos, like a nest, looking over everything. Now I understand why they used the griffin as their banner. I'm really sorry for the last weeks we spent together. Look, Mother, for me. Yours, Glorsudian. Atana can be very pretty, but also very dangerous. You don't want to be caught out in the rural windstorms. You should reply to Lucilia. Tell her it's good to hear from her. Of course. What should I ask her about? Maybe the girls have some questions. Of course. Let me know when you're ready to write the letter. So she's obviously in here. Ah, so this is the evidence table, okay. It's books. Books. What does Sudani have to say?
Be away.
Everything all right, Sudani?
Daboy.
Last week's events were quite distressing for all of us. I don't understand what is what happened. How could someone eat Smudge? She is gone, and now Smudge is... Well, Smudge is 6 feet underground. Well, yeah, probably, because it's probably already been digested, and... Yeah. But then again, I couldn't dig that deep, so I just covered him with a rock. Oh, you didn't eat him. Ah. So boring here without Luli. You promised you'd convince her to stay. Is she even going to visit us?
Dabowada.
Let's give her some time to settle in first. We'll arrange to bring her for a dinner. Think she could bring Dusty? I don't think so, Sudani. He's a cat. They don't like to be locked up in a cage for hours. I'll find a new pet before she comes then. We're about to reply something to her. Do you want me to say anything from you? Yes. Tell her I'm taking her bedchamber. Baba let me. Or, no. Tell her Asalia read her diary. No, that's not right. I have very limited space, but so I can only say one thing. Yes. Ooh. This is too big of a decision. I'll come to you later when I think of something good enough. Bye. Don't worry about it too much. She will write more letters. The first one's the most important. Oh, come and see me whenever you're ready. See you later, Pumpkin. So it really is just a very story and choice focused game. Yeah, the wedding didn't really go to plan, did it?
Oh.
No. What happened was terrible. The wedding went fairly well until then. Basilia was even considering dancing. She looks very beautiful in it. Is her father? Is her too, Ass? Your sister has arrived safely in Atala. She said you would love it there. I'm sure I would if I ever got to leave this castle. You would be able to leave the castle if you behaved better. Yeah. Right. Will you write to Luli? Can you ask her about Evo? What is he like? I just can't imagine having to leave here and live with some strange man. If there's any free space in the letter, I'll ask her. Thank you. So about Evo. You can't believe Talis was poisoned. Bit of me. You think Lord Sulia will be alright? Evo seemed very upset. I'm sure she will be fine. As soon as we find out who's responsible for this, we can renew our treaty with Evo. Who could have done something so terrible? Must have been one of the guests. We are gathering evidence. We have enough proof we will call the royal trial. Alright, darling. Let's hope it gets resolved quickly. I think I'll get some rest. I'll let you. Right. What does the peasant have to say? Your Grace, my son. Grace stood up angrily. I sent him to gather some brushwood in the forest. Turns out he's too dumb to find a way back home. You think you could help us find him? I mean, there's no rush. No way I can help. We could always try the neighboring villages. Guess that's one less mouth to feed. They'll all miss his ugly face. Yeah, I can't spare the general for 2 weeks. That's 18 gold just to find him. way too expensive. You've called for me, Your Grace?
替我打。
Tell me what happened during the wedding night. I don't know, Your Grace. I was only bringing food and drinks, like I was told. I'm so sorry, Your Grace. I swear I did nothing by the gods. Please, please don't punish me. I swear I didn't know these drinks were poisoned. I only picked them up from the kitchen and brought them to the ceremony. I swear I didn't know, Your Grace.
Quý bài.
Boy, stop crying and tell me something useful. Have you seen anyone suspicious around the castle? No, Your Grace. I've seen no one. Please. Let me go. I promise I didn't do anything. The dungeon guard might know something. He has mentioned he saw someone in the wine cellar that night. I don't know anything else, though, I swear.
冇bài.
Believe that narrows our search, then.
Đã bụi á.
You may go, but don't leave Davin until after the royal trial. Thank you, Your Grace. Yes. Let's have a word with our dungeon guard.
Ừ.
How can I help, Your Grace?
Cá bó bụi.
Tell me about what happened during the wedding night.
Bụi á.
Seven said you saw someone.
Đuổi bà.
Saw someone? No, but I have found this. Some kind of tooth, I
Đại
think.
bộ.
And how did you obtain this item?
Bụi đại.
I was guarding the prisoners, Your Grace. Well,
Quý bà vô.
I had a drink or two with the other guards. It was a time to celebrate after all.
Bà đã.
I never left the dungeons, of course.
Đã.
Till the end of my watch, that
Quý
is.
bà vô.
What happened at the end of your watch?
Hãy yêu bụi.
I was doing the usual check of all the cellars, yes. A little unsteady, but that's where I found the tooth.
Cùi hoài á.
Where exactly did you find this?
Bụi đã vô.
The wine cellar, Your Grace. I didn't see anyone going in there, though.
Bụi á.
They probably crept in while you were busy drinking.
Hãy bà đòi.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I really didn't mean for anything bad to happen. As long as you like, Your Grace.
Cùi á. Quá đã đã bị quá. Đã bụi.
It's a big, pointy
Đã
tooth.
bà vô vô. Đi bà vô.
And that's where they stored the wine. I have a
Bà
lead.
đã bộ.
I found some clues that might lead us to the person who's behind Tyler's death. We found an animal tooth. A very exotic thing. We don't have dragons anywhere near Devon.
Yêu ấy.
God found it in the wine cellar. Could be from a merchant or someone who's dealt with big beasts before. Maybe take it to a hunter. See if he can tell where exactly this tooth came
Bụi
from.
á.
We don't have a hunter in the
Đã
castle.
bà đầy á.
I'll ask Audrey to word out that we're looking for one.
Yêu. Đã bụi. Đi bà vô. Bụi bà cú bà ấy.
Right, let's see about that letter. Let's send a letter to Lucilia.
Ồ.
So, first, we'll write a letter to Lucilia. And let's ask her about Evo, what he's like as a husband,
Wow.
how he's dealing with her father's death. To give the condolences, mention we're working on finding the murderer. Well, Your Grace, we'll find her a letter. We should anticipate a reply within a couple of weeks.
Bố bảy.
And about the investigation.
Ôi bố bảy. Bố bảy. Bảy.
Great. Great.
Bố ơi à. Đã bụi. Tụi bà bụi.
So, we have the council chamber.
Ý bà bụi. Ê.
We are experts and question suspects about this here tooth. That's all we can do for this week, so let's end the week. The army needs food and supplies to stay maintained and ready for battle. We're going to have to spend a lot, and I do mean a lot, of money and food now. The bigger the army you have, the more supplies it will cost to maintain it. To pay the army, simply click the pay button. Okay, you don't pay the army upkeep, but you must use some soldiers. Okay, okay. Four, that's fine. We've got plenty of supplies. It's the gold. It's constantly the gold that's the issue. This is only a one-time use, and everything else is too expensive. Alright, week 11. So we have Lurs, who we asked to come. Sedani, Asalia, Peasant. Yeah, let's just do this one more week and then we'll probably end it.
Oh bye. Oh bye.
So, Lurs,
Oh,
you've called for me, Your Grace.
oh,
I've heard that you stopped supplying Branko with some resources. Spices, I believe. I suspect you've been speaking to Etten. He trades my spices with prices to get fortune dabs. Some call it Dipu Dapu. It's most commonly known by the name of Oracle Dust. I've heard about Rodovia. I can help if you aid me in return. Oracle Dust? It has medicinal uses, of course, but also recreational. Highly addictive. It's particularly popular amongst priests and like something about the spiritual enlightenment. Getting high, obviously. Makes a lot of coin, but ultimately costs people's lives. Yeah. I want no part in this. Shame losing sales, though. Francis? That's far away. Your Grace, I urge you to help me curtail Etton's plans. Do not buy any oracle dust. If you hear of anyone trying to sell dust, don't hesitate to put them in the dungeons. Anything suspicious happens, I'm sure I'm the first to know. Do the right thing here. Be sure that my army will stand by your side when the war begins. 200 soldiers. I could also help with 6 supply. I heard Etten is selling dust near Kaski. The first step in the right direction would be to stop their deliveries. Yeah, I don't really need the supply, so I guess we're going to have to go for the very nasty decision of choosing to help Etten instead. We'll see what Lord Etten has to say about this first. Just don't let that buffoon get under your skin, Your Grace. Can you tell me something about this animal tooth? Looks like a healthy animal. Some chips. I'm not sure what animal it could have come from. I'm not much of an expert on beasts. We should invite Lord Etten, Your Grace. Make sure what Lurs is saying is true before we decline Etten's alliance. You can find Etten on the Allies panel. He should be here next week if we send a pigeon immediately. Right, our 2 daughters want to talk to me. Lord Sully has left already. She looks very pretty in her dress. She would look beautiful in any dress. I already miss her father. When I have a wedding, can I wear the same dress? Of course you can, Sedani. Mother said Lucilia sent a letter, that she's fine. You already replied to her. You asked about Dusty. I have haven't asked her about Dusty yet. Please, please ask Rosalie about the cat, Father. Where does she sleep? What does he eat? Is he alive even? Oh, I will ask her about the cat. Thank you, Father. Your Grace. Rosalia? Father, you promised to practice sword fighting with me, remember? Maybe we could try later today? Please? Of course. I'll see you in the gardens when I'm done in here. That sounds like a good idea. She needs to learn how to use a sword. Right, Pietro. Sorry for what I said last time, Your Grace. I cannot think straight sometimes. The thing is, someone is after me. But how can I find out who it is? I don't have a clue. If I tell anyone that I know, then they will know. That is worse, right? How can I help you if you won't tell me exactly what's happening? Grace, you don't understand. Tell me what you did to make someone want to come after you. I saw a man and... No, that's not it. I don't know. I can't tell you, Your Grace. What if this person is listening? Should we let him leave? Yeah. Don't waste my time if you can't come up with a way for me to help you. Fine, Your Grace. I really didn't mean to upset you. I'm so scared. Don't come here again.
Goodbye.
Your Grace, men with monsters on their banners came ravaging our village. They set our barn on fire. It wasn't long before the flames spread to other buildings. Most of our supplies are already lost. Please, send us some help. Sure. Some supplies. It's very kind. Your good deeds will spread far, I'm sure. Now, we could send for Etten. We could also send for Joven instead. It's the money that we need the most. Fine, we'll talk to Etten. In the next week. Let's see. We need to practice some sword fighting. Father? That's your practice. You ready? Was good. I know. Ah! Too slow. You heard about Sedan? What happened? I told her she could find a pet that can actually do something besides being disgusting. She's been leaving bait in the garden since then. Nothing has been showing up, so I took one of the stuffed skunks from the hole and put it behind the bush. The evening I told her something took her bait. When she saw a huge skunk the size, she panicked. She grabbed my sword. I could barely lift it. Hilarious. He kept hitting that poor skunk, but he wouldn't budge. Poor Sedani. She wouldn't hurt an animal. Mother heard her scream. She came and ruined everything. Sedani actually cried when she found out this thing was stuffed. Oh, Celia. Come on, Father, you have to admit this is funny. Oh, a little bit. It's a little bit. I believe she would have taken a skunk. She thinks she can fight because she keeps seeing you running around with your sword. I know. She keeps pestering me to fight her. We should end it here. I better check, said Ali. Yes, you better do that. Let's see. Sit up. Celia told me what happened. Well, I just got scared and I didn't know what else to do. It was dark out there and the eyes were shiny. was worried you'd be mad at me for bringing monsters to the castle. So I just took Celia's sword. Sorry I ruined your stuffed animal, Father. Hope you forgive me. It's just a stuffed animal.
Kubai.
It was an old stuffed skunk. I was going to get rid of it anyways. You were very brave, but I don't want you running around with that sword again, right? Fine. I won't. Good. Good. Goodbye, pumpkin. I guess that's the week. Yeah. Right, I'm not entirely sure about this game. It is very, very slow. Probably works a lot better just playing it solo, going through it yourself. Has a lot of potential. I don't know how much the choices really matter, because in a lot of these types of games, you see that the choices you make all tend to lead to the same outcome. We're not sure how that will end up. Apart from that, it does have a certain flair, a certain style to it that could really be appealing. So I guess if you really like this type of game, making the choices, going through it slowly, day by day, or week by week as it is, this is probably for you. For me, I'm not entirely sure. I think this would be something I would just play solo for a bit. So next time I'll probably look for another game to play along with you guys, see if we can find something a bit more action focused, or at least a bit more snappy, a bit quicker for you guys to enjoy. Right, I think we'll leave it at that. I hope you had fun checking out Yes, Your Grace along with me, and I hope to see you again next time. Same time, same place. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.